In this May 22, 2018 photo provided by UNICEF, schoolchildren wash their hands to help contain the Ebola outbreak before entering a classroom in the northwestern city of Mbandaka, in Congo. Congo's health ministry announced 6 new confirmed Ebola cases and 2 new suspected cases Tuesday as vaccinations entered a second day in an effort to contain the deadly virus in the city of more than 1 million. Mark Naftalin, UNICEF via AP, Congo's fight to rein in a deadly Ebola outbreak has authorities crossing the border to buy up available thermometers. A World Health Organization official said, as the health ministry on Thursday announced that confirmed cases had reached 30, including 8 deaths. The spread of the often lethal hemorrhagic fever to a provincial capital of 1.2 million people has health officials scrambling to monitor for Ebola at busy ports in the capital, Kinshasa, which is downstream from the infected city of Mbandaka on the Congo River. Mbandaka is one of 3 health zones with confirmed Ebola cases, complicating efforts to find and monitor hundreds of people who have been in contact with those infected. 2 of the health zones are rural and remote, with few roads or other infrastructure. In Kinshasa, travelers streamed off boats at ports on the Congo River and ran a gauntlet of health officials watching for signs of infection. We want to ensure that ports and airports are effectively protected, whose Congo representative Alarangar Yakwid told the Associated Press. I assure you, we have already taken all the thermometers that are in Kinshasa, practically all the thermometers, and there are even colleagues who are going on the other side to Brazzaville to buy thermometers. The Republic of Congo's capital is across the river from Kinshasa, a city of 10 million. A wave of panic briefly hit Kinshasa on Wednesday after rumors spread that an Ebola case had been admitted to the Kinshasa General Hospital. Yakwid denied it, saying no cases had been confirmed in the capital and warning against spreading false reports which could create panic and undermine the effectiveness of the response to the Ebola outbreak. As of Thursday, Congo's health ministry reported 30 confirmed Ebola cases, 14 probable ones and 14 suspected. This is Congo's 9th Ebola outbreak since 1976, when the disease was first identified. The virus has twice made it to Kinshasa but was effectively contained. Some residents of the capital expressed confidence that the outbreak would not reach their city from the rural villages or Mbandaka, which is an hour's flight from Kinshasa but several days' journey by barge. The victim will be far from others, so that he cannot contaminate them. The doctors have already gone down to the site to see what's going on. So how is this disease going to happen here in Kinshasa? Asked Georgette Bolika, a market vendor at one of Kinshasa's ports. In this May 22, 2018 photo, schoolchildren wash their hands to help contain the Ebola outbreak before entering a classroom in the northwestern city of Mbandaka, in Congo. Congo's health ministry announced 6 new confirmed Ebola cases and 2 new suspected cases Tuesday as vaccinations entered a second day in an effort to contain the deadly virus in the city of more than 1 million. Mark Naftalin, UNICEF via AP, concerns remained among health officials, however, after the aid group Médecins Sans Frontières on Wednesday said 2 infected patients who fled from an Ebola treatment center in Mbandaka later died. Forced hospitalization is not the solution to this epidemic, and instead more community engagement is needed to prevent the virus spread, said MSF's emergency coordinator, Henry Gray. The WHO emergencies chief, Drive, Peter Salama, warned Wednesday that the next few weeks will really tell if this outbreak is going to expand to urban areas or if we are going to be able to keep it under control. The risk of spread within Congo is very high, WHO says. Ebola is initially transmitted to people from wild animals, including bats and monkeys. It is spread via contact with the bodily fluids of those infected, including the dead. There is no specific treatment for Ebola. Symptoms include fever, vomiting, diarrhea, muscle pain and, at times, internal and external bleeding. The virus can be fatal in up to 90% of cases, depending on the strain. WHO began vaccinations this week and is using a ring vaccination approach, targeting the contacts of people infected or suspected of infection and then the contacts of those people. More than 600 contacts have been identified. WHO also is accelerating efforts with 9 countries neighboring Congo to try to prevent the Ebola outbreak from spreading there, saying the regional risk is high. Explore further. Congo says Ebola cases have reached 30. Warns against rumors. Copyright 2018 The Associated Press. All rights reserved.